Hey future LPTs! Welcome to this LET review on children and adolescent literature. Today we'll be answering 10 challenging LET-worthy questions, each crafted to assess your critical thinking and not just your memory. You'll have 10 seconds to answer and then I'll explain both the correct answer and why the other options are incorrect. Let's get started! Question number 1. Which of the following best explains how postmodern picture books challenge a child's traditional reading experience? A. They rely heavily on rhyme and repetition. B. They portray a moral lesson through linear narratives. C. They involve the reader in questioning reality and narrative authority. Or D. They simplify complex ideas for early readers. Correct answer is letter C. Postmodern picture books are very different from the traditional ones. They often break the rules. The story may not be in order, the illustrations may tell a different story than the text, and the ending might be unclear or open to different meanings. These books make the child think, ask questions, and even become part of the story. Letter A, letter B, and letter D are incorrect. Why? Letter A. Rhyme and repetition are tools for early readers, but they don't challenge traditional ideas. Letter B. It is also incorrect because moral lessons and linear or straight line stories are traditional, not postmodern. And letter T. Postmodern books don't simplify, they often add complexity to help readers think deeper. Question number 2. Which teaching strategy would be most effective in helping children evaluate conflicting themes presented in disruptive texts? A. Paired reading for vocabulary support. B. Drill and recall exercises. C. Guided reading with thematic discussion. Or D. Copying excerpts for memorization. Correct answer is letter C. Disruptive texts are books that show different or even conflicting points of view. The best way to guide students through them is by discussing the themes together, talking about what the book is really saying and how it shows different sides of an issue. Letter A, letter B, and letter D are incorrect. Why? Letter A. Paired reading helps with pronunciation and fluency, not with deep thinking. Letter B. Drills are for memorizing facts, not for analyzing meaning. And letter D. Copying text is passive. It doesn't help children think critically. Question number 3. In evaluating a children's picture book, which combination most enhances cognitive engagement through visual literacy? A. Symmetrical text-image interplay and monochromatic illustrations. B. Contradictory text-image interplay and expressionist art style. C. Complementary interplay and traditional folk art. Or letter D. Enhancing interplay with linear plot patterns. Correct answer is letter B. Contradictory interplay means the pictures and words tell different stories. This makes the reader think which is true. Expressionist art uses strong emotion, and exaggeration to make the reader feel something. Together, they help children think beyond the obvious. Letter A, letter C, and letter D are incorrect. Let's see why. Letter A, symmetrical illustrations where pictures match the words exactly are easier but less thought provoking. Letter C, folk art and complementary texts are more traditional, not very challenging. Letter D, plot patterns are more about the story structure, not visual thinking. Number 4. A teacher uses the story of Bernardo Carpio to discuss the blend of myth, legend, and tall tale. Which approach best supports critical engagement with this text? A. Asking students to identify the story's climax. B. Having students rewrite it in modern English. C. Comparing it to similar archetypes in other cultures. Or D. Reading it aloud to practice fluency. Correct answer is letter C. An archetype is a familiar character type, like the hero, the trickster, or the wise old man. By comparing Bernardo Carpio with other similar characters from different cultures, students analyze cultural values and the story structure. This builds critical thinking. Letter A, letter B, and letter D are incorrect. Why? Letter A, identifying a climax is basic plot understanding. Letter B, rewriting helps with writing skills, but not deep literary analysis. And letter D, reading aloud helps with fluency, but doesn't dig into meaning. Question number 5. When selecting a text for independent reading, which criterion most reflects the goal of developing genuine literary appreciation? A. The text is developmentally appropriate and encourages personal interpretation. B. The text contains multiple moral lessons and a structured vocabulary list. C. The text is part of the required national curriculum. Or D. The text is based on local legends and folk stories. The correct answer is letter A. Children enjoy reading more when they can relate to the story and interpret it in their own way. If it fits their reading level and allows them to think, feel, and ask questions, they will engage more deeply. Letter B, letter C, and letter D are incorrect. Why? Letter B. Moral lessons and vocabulary lists can feel like schoolwork, not fun for most kids. Letter C. National curriculum books may not interest the reader personally. And letter D. Folk stories can be fun, but appreciation grows more from connection than just culture. Question number 6. How does Louise Rosenblatt's theory of aesthetic and efferent responses influence literature-based instruction? A. It emphasizes the teacher's role in assigning fixed meanings. B. It treats all children's literature as primarily moralistic. C. It highlights the personal, emotional, and contextual engagement of readers. Or D. It encourages standardized testing after each reading session. Correct answer is letter C. Rosenblatt said that there are two ways to read. Number one, efferent reading. Reading for facts and info. And number two, aesthetic reading. Reading for emotion, experience, and connection. This theory reminds us that the reader matters. Their feelings, experiences, and interpretations all shape meaning. Letter A, letter B, and letter D are incorrect. Why? Because letter A, teachers don't assign meaning, readers build it. Letter B, children's literature isn't just about morals. And letter D, standardized tests don't reflect individual response. Question number 7. What is the pedagogical benefit of incorporating synoptic texts in literature discussions? A. To build students' fluency in decoding sight words. B. To immerse students in varied yet unified perspectives on one idea. C. To encourage rote memorization of themes. Or letter D. To ensure students finish multiple books quickly. Correct answer is letter B. Synoptic means seeing together. These texts all explore the same idea, like family or freedom. But from different books and voices, this helps students compare and think more deeply. Letter A, letter C, and letter D are incorrect. Let's see why. Letter A. Sight words are basic reading skills, not for analysis. Letter C. Rote memorization doesn't promote understanding. And letter D. Reading quickly isn't the goal. Thinking is. Question number 8. How can a teacher best use the artistic element of perspective in illustration to guide children's interpretation of character relationships? A. Focus solely on color choice and texture. B. Direct students to label every object in the image. C. Encourage analysis of character positioning, foreground versus background. Or letter D. Use perspective only for decoration. Correct answer is letter C. Foreground means the front of the picture. It usually shows what's important. Background shows less important or distant things. By looking at this, the students understand which characters matter the most or who is emotionally far away. Letter A, letter B, and letter D are incorrect. Why? Letter A. Color and texture matter, but perspective adds deeper meaning. Letter B. Labeling doesn't teach critical analysis. Letter D. Perspective isn't just decoration, it shapes meaning. Question number 9. What does the use of intertextuality in postmodern children's books encourage in young readers? A. Passive consumption of stories. B. Deep memorization of characters and settings. C. Recognition and synthesis of familiar literary elements. Or letter D. Avoidance of unfamiliar texts. Correct answer is letter C. Intertextuality means stories refer to other stories, like characters from one book appearing in one another. This helps readers connect ideas, compare plots, and create new meaning from what they already know. Letter A, letter B, and letter D are incorrect. Letter A, intertextuality requires active, not passive reading. Letter B, it's not about memorizing facts. And letter D, readers are encouraged to engage more, not avoid stories. And this is why these letters are incorrect. Let's proceed with the last question, or question number 10. Which approach best enables readers to navigate ambiguity in stories with multiple meanings? A. Closed-ended comprehension worksheets. B. Visual organizing and collaborative reflection. C. Copying definition and summaries. Or D. Avoiding postmodern texts. Correct answer is letter B. When a story is ambiguous, there's no right answer. Using tools like graphic organizers or group discussions helps students see different possibilities, express ideas, and learn from each other. Letter A, letter C, and letter D are incorrect because letter A, worksheet test answers are not understanding. Letter C, copying is passive, not reflective. And letter D, we don't avoid complex texts. We teach students how to understand them. And that's our letter review for children and adolescent literature. I hope we challenged your thinking, clarified key concepts, and got a deeper understanding of what the subject truly demands. Remember, teaching literature is about unlocking minds, not filling them with facts. See you in the next video and good luck, future LPTs!